Morning, Guy. How good has it been this week to have a sort of clean week, as it were? You've been playing a lot of Tuesday night games and they've been Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, but you've had this sort of clean rate, refresh, regroup, that sort of thing?
Yeah, it's been good for us and the players, but in terms of the work behind the scenes still obviously goes on. Excuse me, because we've got to make sure it's right. Yeah, the lads have had a couple of days rest and recovered a little bit, but you know, we're still working behind the scenes to make sure we can put a plan in action to hopefully get points. But in terms of the rest and recovery for the boys, I think it was a much needed one.
It's been a busy February, isn't it? I mean, you played 6 games already. You've got one more to come on the 29th. But it's been a good February. It's been a consistent February in terms of what you're hoping to achieve.
Yeah, well, listen, we asked for consistency, didn't we? I know a while ago now, I think I kept saying we just need to find that consistent balance, and the league was inconsistent. I think now you can see it's starting to level out a little bit, but for us, we've just got to make sure we're consistent in everything we do. Behind the scenes, the coaching staff, the players, everything we do, the recovery stuff, the games we play, and we've found a little bit of a solution for that, so long may that continue, yeah.
You didn't get the result we all wanted last week, but you got a lot more out of the game. You got good work ethic from your players. You got a character and all the other things you asked for. So you must be pleased with that.
Yeah, listen, I'm always pleased. Yeah, listen, I'm more pleased when we've won a game of football, because obviously you get 3 points and not one. But you know, we couldn't underestimate Cambridge United, because they're an informed team. Yeah, they come with a game plan, and that's what they done. But that's a learning curve for us, and me as a manager. That, well, okay, how do we break that down next time? And that's what we've got to look at. So we've been looking at loads of games, loads of other teams, Champions League teams, Premier League teams. How do they break teams down when they're in two banks of 4? Well, there's solutions to it. You've got to find a way, and that's what we've got to do. And we've been working on it, so hopefully when that happens again, we should have that little final piece of the jigsaw.
Reaching the sort of business end of the season, as you might say, I mean, you've got experience. You're in a great position. You've got experience in the dressing room, both at your level and playing level, of what it means to be in this position and what's required. That's going to be a help for you over the rest of the season.
Yeah, listen, I think there's a lot of experienced teams and players and managers around, you know, the top half of the league, if you like. But we've just got to make sure that we do everything right. So the experience, yeah, it is valuable at times when you've got leaders in there and experience in there. But for us, we can't take nothing for granted. So yeah, that experience stays with us from day one. But what we've got to do is we've got to be focused, and that's what the lads are. They've had an extra day recovery, and they were focused on Tuesday, so they'll be even more focused today on Friday and Saturday, because you need to be. I think over the next 12 games, the focus has just got to be straight. We'll have no distractions. We'll take them away from the boys, and we'll give it a real good go.
You go well on the road. You've got a big trip to Bradford. You go well on the road. You go well everywhere, but you go well on the road. Is that good when you're getting on that team coach and know that you've got that behind you?
Yeah, listen, it's good. We you know, I think there's always, people always look for negatives in you know, away form and home form and whatever. Well, you know, you try and them negatives, what people talk about is, oh, they haven't won away from home for this, or they haven't done this, or they haven't done that. Well, it's an incentive for us. It's a motivation for us. So I can't maybe someone to say the next thing about it, because it gives you that motivation to go, well, no, we're going to prove people wrong. But in terms of the away form, it is what we wanted. We wanted to make sure we got better. The home form, we wanted to make sure it was a bit of a fort to see, which you've only lost 2 games all season, which for me tells a story in itself. But again, yeah, listen, we're getting on that bus to anywhere now, feeling confident and feeling bubbly and playing the right way, because we've got that confidence and we've got that, hopefully, consistent basis of, we know that we're on the road, that we're going to pick points up.
What about Bradford? They go well at home. They're in the shout of the playoffs at least. So I mean, they're a good team at home.
Yeah, well, listen, they're a very good team. They've got some good players, and rightly so. They should be up there. And obviously Stuart McCall's come in now, and he's made a couple of changes and personnel, and probably play a different style to what Gary did. But again, you're going to Bradford. What's their ground called? Bradford Valley Parade. You know, there's probably going to be 16,000 there, so that's a motivation in itself. You know, we're used to that, not so much 16,000, but we're used to 11 and 12s, and we've had 15 here New Year's Day. But it's a buzz for us, what we want. So they're going to pose their own threat, but so we, and we've got to go there full of confidence.
Depth in your squad's looking good. You had some of the boys had a run out in the Premier League Under-23 Cup game on Tuesday. That's useful for you.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, listen, obviously, especially with Dom. Dom got a first full 90 minutes. Got a lot of sprints in there also, so which is nice. Joel, you know, backed himself up a little bit with 90 minutes in terms of just to keep his fitness, because he hasn't played for a while. And Connor, you know, we felt we needed it because when the time's right and when they're called upon, they've got to be ready. So Ryan Taylor's in full training as well, and Will Ameson's going to be potentially in full training on Monday, which is a big plus for us, a big bonus for us, because he's grafted, he's worked his socks off to get where he's got to. We'll monitor him, 2 days on, 2 days off, but it's going to be a real asset for us going into the back end of the season.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.